Okay.
Annalisa, prego.
Yes. Okay, so good morning to everyone. Warm welcome to this session. The aim of this webinar, as far as I understand, because it's Isabella Condino, who is much more expert in this project than I am. My name is Annalisa Guidotti. I am the Director of Communication and Marketing and some other things of CONFAPI, which is the Italian Confederation of Small and Medium Private Enterprises. And as you know, this is CONFAPI is covering this activity within the DataSkills4SMEs, which is a project funded by the European Commission to support European SMEs and 12 companies to get an efficient and easy use of modern technologies in terms of data and paperless strategies. As you know, we have been working on this project with the European entrepreneurs, which is represented by Stefan Moritz, who is the director. No, the general secretary right now. And Unitof BVMW, who is our German partner, and OGD, the Austrian Business Association. The aim of this webinar is to present a training session regarding paperless strategies. That's the reason we have Mr. Giulio Asta, who is a great expert in these issues. And we are planning a webinar in Italian because as far as I see, there are so many representatives of our companies throughout Italy. Next June, I will let you know the day, this day, I think in a few days. Once again, I welcome you all, and I leave the floor to Stefan Moritz, General Secretary of CEA-PME. No, we have changed also the name, Stefan. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. We're now European Entrepreneurs CEA-PME or CEA-PME, because let's say we include the European entrepreneurs. Please switch off your microphones, who is not speaking in this moment. I'm happy to see so many people connected today. I think it is a very hands-on and an important topic that we are treating today, paperless office, very important for the smallest enterprises, micro enterprises, because we have to manage more and more data and communications, and would like to do it also in mobile version, let's say on through our mobile phones or our tablets or our laptops, which we can bring with us. In this way, somehow the office is traveling with us. As European Entrepreneurs Confederation of 26 European SME associations, national and branch sectoral organizations, we represent 2.1 million entrepreneurs, and which already during the coronavirus crisis, but now more again with the crisis after with the war in Ukraine, is heavily suffering from the current economic situation since 3 years, we would say. So we count that digitalization is also a relief in a certain way for making work things easier, and maybe also create more added value, save funds or save costs, or earn more. Possibly if the companies that we represent adapt to these technologies and use them. I don't want to go more in details, or like they say in English, without further ado. I would give the floor to our expert, the expert of CONFAPI, Giulio Asta, who is, let's say, also very active in the field of digital literacy in the schools, in Italian schools. And please, Giulio, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Stefan, and good morning, everybody. And it's my pleasure to be here and to be talking to you this morning about this very, very interesting and important topic, such as the paperless office. Let's make it clear. Paperless doesn't mean that we are against paper. Paper is a very important resource for many businesses, and as long as I understand, also mostly in Italy, paper is still very, very, very important. I think it is pretty much the same all across Europe. Paper is still official, has legal value, and is very important for our businesses. May they be small, very small, micro, small, medium size, or pretty big. But what we are going to see, to witness today, is how to make our work and our business development more fluid, more efficient, and let's say it very clear, less painful. Why am I saying that? Because paper sometimes is painful. Paper gets lost. Paper burns, gets soaked in water, ink shrinks with water, and you know, sometimes we may I don't know, lose our bag with very important papers inside. It can get stolen, and I mean, it has a lot of different issues. What we are trying to do with Paperless Office is to, let's say, bring a kind of a digitized revolution within our offices. What I mean is that we can actually get much more in control of every single part of our business if we are switching to the paperless mindset and office set. Why am I saying mindset? Because the first thing to do and to tackle when we are trying to get digitized and to, let's say, develop our digital side of business is to change our mindset. Not just ours as business owners or business developers, but mostly of all our workforce. Let's say every single employee should change the way they work. And we should be the examples, but mostly everybody, let's say, in the business, in the office, should change the way they work if we are switching to a paperless office, let's say. So I know that, and as far as I understand, most of you have already been told that digitization is the way, that the future is going to be digital. Everybody will be working through their smartphones, laptops, and tablets. The pandemic showed us that this is possible and that this can be also painful as well. So I'm not one of those that say, okay, digitization, just get digital and all the pains you have shall be relieved, which is not true. So what we are going to see in the very first place is how do we manage this big major change that digitization means to our businesses. So the first thing we need to do once we want to go paperless is to sit down, relax, have a very deep breath and think carefully. This is the very first thing we need to do. And also we need to think of our strategies. Digitization and paperless offices don't develop, don't thrive without a strong strategy of ourselves. So the first thing we need to do is to ask ourselves, is paperless, is digital useful to my business? Does my office have any benefit of any sort if I am going to go paperless? What am I gaining? What are the expense that I'm saving? What are my savings? Let's say, if we are talking about money as well, what are my savings? Yes, people will say you're not going to purchase any printer, no more paper, no more ink, no more paper shrinkers, and many devices that we are actually using in our offices, but what we are going to save is time. Time, as you all well know, and I don't need to explain you that, but it's money. So what if we are saving time, and with time, I mean tons of time. I mean hours and hours and hours every single day. If you can manage to say within your business, let's say a certain amount of hours every single day, you can actually try and find yourself the value that it means for your business, which is actually very, very important. All those times that, all those hours that some employees or even ourselves during our work days may invest in finding that paper in the archive that I don't remember where I put it like 7 years ago, and now I just need to take it out. That can take up to, let's say, 3 hours, 4 hours sometimes, or weeks in the worst case scenario. Let's pretend that we have digitized everything we have. Why don't we just search in our digital archive for that paper and it just pops out? That is, it's amazing, isn't it? And so, but that can happen only if we prepare. Let's make an example. As Stefan said to you before, I am well deep into digital literacy education. So first thing I'm teaching people is to rename files. Let's make this very example. So what if my file is named scan010wp hf-000219? If that is my file name, I will never ever be able to retrieve it if I need it very fast. So what we should be aiming for is a solution in our business that is very well structured, and everybody knows.
Tanti emendamenti, quindi prepariamoci per una sorta di audizione o relazione scritta.
Thank you. Everybody knows what to do, how to do it, where to put it, and how to look for that. So that means we need to manage the change, and we need to restructure the very way we work together. And this is actually not just going paperless. This is developing our business. It may mean reaching more customers. It may mean to scale up our activities. It may mean to save tons of money. It may mean to change our core business itself, because we see that the market is asking us something else. So we might need to have a very deep look at what we are doing right now. So very first thing is to sit down, assess the situation, and see how to manage the change. So now, let me just share my screen with you, because I want you to have a look at what we offer in our orientation course, which is online. So let me just share my own screen. You should be able to see it by now, right? Okay, so this is the website we are presenting today, DataSkills4SMEs. As you can see, this is the English version of the website, and you can just navigate it through the orientation courses that we are proposing. Today, we're talking about the Paperless Office. So let me just see the 4 different orientation courses that we offer on the platform. And today we're talking about the Paperless Office for small and mid-sized enterprises. It is an orientation course. So we're talking about many different topics. But what I really want to highlight and stress today with you is to start with change management. Change management is everything we really need to go paperless. Because if we want to digitize everything, if we want to leave the digital revolution without change management, it could be a disaster. So it could be a disaster for our businesses and also for our employees' work-life balance, which is actually very important to maintain. Work should be a very balanced activity we do, and should be something we are happy to do. So, I mean, this has to be tackled as an issue. So as you can see, if you click, let me show you. If you click on Start Orientation, Start with Change Management, you just have the chance to see your current status within the platform. If you're enrolled, you will see enrolled. You can just log in to enroll and to see the material we are providing you within the website. So change management is a discipline that is evolving and maturing in the last decades. It is very, very important. It is actually the secret to every successful company right now and today. It is about preparing, equipping, and supporting all the procedures within our businesses. You can have a look at this very, very useful video on what is actually change management. And this is what the material our orientation course looks like. You will see videos, you will see resources from business leaders in the sector, in the field, and you will have the chance to read and to listen and to watch material that is prepared by experts and professionals all over the world. So you will have the knowledge that we selected for you within the course. So you just need to get to the website, enroll, and have a look at all the resources. And you can rate everything, and the content is very clear every time you click on one of the major topics. So let me show you again that, because it is very important to understand how to orientate yourself within the orientation course. So we're talking about, these are the topics: change management, the work culture without paper. So we need to create or develop a new work culture, the company culture. What do we believe in? What is our vision? How do we actually embody that change? How do we work without paper? So because if everybody is set in a paperless office and there is just one employee that really needs paper to get the work done, that is an issue we need to tackle. And so how do we tackle that? Through training. So we must provide training. We must manage this change in the most effective way. What I do suggest is to get in the hands of a specialist. So there are lots of specialists, trainers for change management, paperless, out there in Europe. Just get out to them, reach to them, and listen to what they have to tell you, because they have been there. They know what it means, and they can really, really help you through this process, which is not as easy as the advertisement says, actually. So we need to say that. Then we're talking about digital storage. Digital storage is very important, which is what I was telling you before. Everything, all the data, all the information, all the documents, all the procedures, everything that is about your business should have a digital copy somewhere archived and stored safely. So how to do that, how to manage that, we will see it inside the orientation course. So you will have a dedicated material to all that. How do you actually digitize paper documents into the digital archive is another topic. So we have scan tools. You can actually just use your smartphones most of the times. Most of the times, smartphones are digital tools that you can actually provide to your employees. So a company can, let's say, purchase or loan a batch of smartphones to be given to their employees to do the work they need to be doing, even in mobility. So they could be remote workers, they could be working in the office, they might need to scan paper documents and digitize them. So that is a very fast and very effective way of doing that. We will explain everything in the dedicated topic. Then electronic signatures. This is a very tough one. As you know, our signatures are important. I mean, if a document has the business owner's signature, it is official, it is done, it is the way, that is set. Well, yes, definitely. But what if we are out of the office and we need to get it done very fast? Can we e-sign our papers? Can we e-sign our documents? Or can we actually delegate our staff to sign minor purpose, let's say, for instance, so in order to speed up processes and procedures, because as I said before, time is money. So electronic signature is actually something very important. Right now in Europe, we see a trend on e-identity. E-identity is very important, and through e-IDs, we will actually be able to e-sign all papers. This is something that will happen in the next decade. Let's say we will see that, we will witness this process, and every single business will be able to sign electronically their documents. So we need to get set pretty fast in order to not be left behind. This is very important for our businesses. Then, this is the most important part of the paperless office. Paperless means collaborative, means collaboration, means real-time document sharing. And this collaboration is actually what I would reckon as the most precious teaching and orientation in this course. If we are able to collaborate effectively, fast, and in a safe way, and safely, that means a lot to our business. And that could actually lead us to scale, to develop, to manage, to control every single activity within our business in the most efficient way. Efficient means that we are not losing information, that we are able to value the data we can actually manage and collect. This is also, it means also that we are able to actually collect data, because many businesses without this paperless and digitized setting, let's say, are not able to value their data. Their data, their activities is actually generating is lost. And actually data today means money, means knowledge, means business wisdom and development, which is very important. If you are able to collaborate, to share also workloads among employees, this is actually more effective. So we can actually get to the to a better work-life balance for our employees and for our own. We can do all that through collaborative tools, which are amazing. I think they are the best revolution on the internet in the last decade. They're marvelous, and you will see many examples in this topic. Communications are very important. Everything we do has to be communicated. If we lose information, if we cannot keep track of our communications, sometimes we can get lost. We will forget of that client. We might forget to register that invoice. It is a problem. So communications need to be managed. If we are going paperless, there are many ways we can do that. There are many dedicated tools that we can actually use. Let's say it doesn't make any big difference within if we are very small, medium size, big size. There are tools that let us scale our comms, which is very important. So we might start with a tool we actually love, but we are very few working with that. And if our business is developing, which is what I'm wishing to all of you, we might need a tool able to scale with our own business. So with our operations, with our workforce, with our teams and employees numbers, the departments and everything. So tools are out there to help us. Many people are still working with WhatsApp or fax or just emails. Emails are very good. I love emails, but sometimes emails are just an overkill tool for a certain kind of communications. So we might need to change and switch and think very thoughtfully to what we are using and why we are doing that. Some companies across the world are using Slack, are using different tools, which are actually very, very, very useful and also help us supporting our employees. So it is a matter also of HR management. If we can manage communication faster and more efficiently, we can actually get better insights on our employees' status. Are they happy? Are they working with satisfaction? Are we reaching our goals? Is it possible to better support one department and another one? who is striving, who is suffering from the workload? Is it, I mean, these communication tools are very, very useful to get in control of that also. Then the most important thing, let's say invoicing. If we do not invoice, we're not able to the money we are we are receiving. So e-invoicing, let's say, which is electronic invoicing, it is a very important tool we might need. Some very minor companies don't have any obligation to do electronic invoices, which is a trend that is actually changing. So, for instance, in Italy now, even singular, let's say, entrepreneurs, individual entrepreneurs will need to be e-invoicing their clients from next month on. So it is something, it is a trend we do see in Europe as a thing. So if we do not comply with invoicing let's say normatives in our own country, and if we do not comply with the rules that that Europe has set for companies, we might have problems. Also, electronic invoices are there to be checked, to be monitored, to be downloaded, to be transformed into visual dashboards to better analyze our business. How is it going? How are we developing? What is, how can we change? So this is something that needs us to be thinking very, very, how can I put it? Very actively, actually. Is there any way to automate? Let me repeat that. Is there any way to automate procedures from, let's say, communications, collaboration, signature, scanning, data storage, change management, invoicing together? I mean, is there any way to get in touch with my customers, register the invoice and see who has been working on that singular part and see how production is going within one single dashboard? Yes, it is. Is it something that I need? It depends on your business. So again, before getting into the venture of digitizing, getting to the paperless office, e-invoicing, e-communication, e-signature, please try and get in touch with a specialist, with a consultant. That is what I really do recommend. As far as I know, as Stefan is representing an organization that is actually able to provide this kind of consultancy if you might need that. And also there are many very professional freelancers also out there in the world that are doing that, and they are doing an amazing job. They can give you very important further insights on how to differently manage and control all these singular parts within one big ecosystem. Now, I wanted to reach that part, and I'm going to take just one more minute, Stefan. Ecosystems is what we are actually looking for if we're looking forward a paperless office. That means that everything, all the parts of my office should be communicating, let's say, with each other. They should be embeddable within each other. They are not different systems with different languages, different, let's say, sets of credentials and accounts and devices and rules and everything. It should be just very clear, and with one account, let's say one username and password, the employees dedicated to each department are able to move within our paperless office. And this is easily done through onboarding procedures. Onboarding is very, very important. It's how we teach our new employees about what we do, how we do that, why we do it the way we do it. So onboarding procedures can be digitized as well, and that is actually very good. That means that we have all the material we need to share with a new employee that dwells within a link. And if we just update that information within that link, we know that it is updated for everybody at the same time, which is actually very good. Do you remember those very thick paper-based documentation books that we need to provide our new employees in order to explain them how we do the work we do. Well, that should be a dream, let's say, because if we update that, we need to print a new version of that. That means a certain number of copies. That means a lot of trees, and that also means a lot of storage, physical storage somewhere. We need to store all that paper, and that, I mean, is painful. What if we can just very easily have somebody that is in charge of updating all those procedures, all those documents for everybody with just one click, which is amazing. We can provide orientation and onboarding with videos, audios, multimedia material, which is very, very easy to, let's say, to absorb, which means that we have a better retention success rate, let's say. So new employees will understand faster how to do the work, which means more efficiency, which means more money coming in actually for our business. Better, easy scaling and developing for our business. Then all this, and then coming right to the end, can happen if we're doing it safely. Safely means that we are sure that no important document is to be shared outside without our permission, that all credentials are safe, that all our employees know how to use their devices and know how to use the resources we have set in order to have our paperless office. And that means that we all have an awareness and understanding of at least basic online cyber security regulations, which is very important. You know, many businesses in Europe now are experiencing what is called phishing attempts. Phishing is when a hacker, let's say a criminal, is asking your credentials for one service and you're actually providing them, your own password and your own username. Even major businesses like IBM have this kind of problem. So they are setting up properly safety regulations in order to ensure that their data is very safe. And you can actually do that. You don't need to be IBM to have safety. You can be a very, very small business, but yet be very safe and be very efficient with your paperless brand new office. I have been experiencing paperless work since years, and I have to say that I'm very happy about it. I hope you find the orientation course material very interesting, useful, and of great inspiration for your businesses.
Yeah, we all hope that. Thank you very much, Giulio. I think what you have explained us really convinced many of us that there's definitely more space to save time mainly, and to do our job in a more efficient way, to let's say step into the future. To make this a very easy step into the future forward. Paperless Office, I would like to give you some more, let's say, messages here for all the participants. First of all, those who are training organizations, which offer maybe online training courses, even, let's say, of course, to be paid for companies. I invited also to get in contact with Isabella Condino of CONFAPI, and to propose their training courses which are linked to for example, to the topic of paperless office, because we are ready to feature them on our website, which is financed by the European Union, so we don't ask money for that. You can use this channel for your promotion of your courses. Of course, our interest is to give orientation, to give first an overview to the companies, that they know what is out there and how to make the steps one after the other, maybe some small quick wins, some fast orientation and information that can help to solve a problem that you might have now in this moment. But if you want to maybe learn things better, you can and should go to contact a training company or also a coach, which can help you to really train your people, your staff, and yourself, of course, and learn how to do the things in the best way. Second message I would like to give you is Giulio touched upon already on other two topics, for example, safety, but also how to manage, let's say, the communication with our customers. For both subjects, we have also our topics. We have also dedicated orientation courses. You have seen it on the website at the beginning. There is the orientation course for CRM, that is customer relationship management. There are several tools out there. We have analyzed them and give a guidance on how to use them best, as well as also cybersecurity, where we give very specific hints and orientation on what to do first in order to defend now from phishing or any kind of other security breaches, but especially also cyber attacks, which are more and more coming into the media as most probably as a consequence of the current war, by the way. And on top of that, we have also arranged already last year an online training course on online sales and digital marketing, which is now updated with the content also and available as well for free on the same website. And then finally, I would also like to remind you that we will do, of course, this course also in Italian, as CONFAPI is here in the lead with this subject. And you are many Italians here, I see. So if you want, you can repeat the experience. We have registered it, recorded it today in English, also because we want to share this on our project website and to give the further users the possibility to see the webinar also in another moment, also in English. But now we have still some 10 minutes for questions and answers. So if you would like to ask us our questions, some questions, Giulio is here, Isabella is here, me I'm here. So please don't hesitate and ask us something. Do we have some questions in the chat? No. Now, is that clear to everybody? Let's say that this course can give you a first introduction into several subjects regarding Paperless Office, and that you don't have to pay for it for the moment, and that if you pay only if you desire to get a structured learning. Which can be offered by companies from Italy, but also from other countries in other languages, of course, in English, in German, whatever. Is there a subject that you think has not been touched upon, which should be there also? Yeah, then I simply invite you to go to our website. Maybe we show again the screen. Giulio, can you do that? You had it already open, which is the screen of DataSkills4SME with the 4 as a number, .eu. This website, let's say, is a project website, will remain open, of course, also after the end of the project. But before we have now, let's say, this very fresh content online on the 4 subjects that you see here. There's 4 main topics, and we will do other webinars, as I said. In addition to that, I can also tell you, you have registered to this webinar through the platform called SME-to-be, which is our platform for all our members or companies that are interested in exchanging with other companies on several topics, especially, of course, for doing business together across borders. This platform, SME2B, you have already registered, offers you the possibility to find partners abroad in all the economic sectors that you might want to. You can find partners that can import or partners that can export. You can cooperate in consortia for tenders, but also in supply chains, of course. And you can start these discussions online without traveling, thanks to an inbuilt video meeting tool. So once you, now that you have registered, simply go to this website again, SME2B. Exactly, thank you very much. Just click through the single categories, for example, participants or companies, or on the marketplace, you can find products and services offered by the companies. That is, of course, a chance also to enlarge your business, to grow your business, and to hopefully get over this terrible economic crisis that we have since 3 years now, and we want to really overcome and finding new ways. Thank you very much to all the participants. If there are no hands raising now with the last question, I would thank especially Giulio Asta for his excellent work during the whole project for this up until today. And also, of course, to Annalisa Guidotti and Isabella Condino for their backing and their very strong support from CONFAPI in Rome, coordination-wise, and and giving us the right inputs in order to do a job that is hopefully appreciated by the companies. So thanks to everybody, and wish you a nice day. If you want to review this webinar, you will find it on the project website DataSkills4SMEs as soon as possible. Thank you very much.